Alrighty, so yesterday in one of the topics I mentioned in the News of the Week episode, I mentioned Adidas is going to release more third kit for MLS team heading into next season, and that immediately gave me an idea of how, well, coming up with my own ideas of what each of these MLS team third kit is going to look like, because right now Adidas has released a couple of third kit in these last couple of years. We already seen some teams have it. We see some teams that don't. We even have one team that I think have two third kit. I think Atlanta has already had two third kit, and of course they are the first team to have a third kit out of all of these MLS teams. But yeah, again, this is a video where I'll give my ideas of each of these teams, what their third kit is going to look like, and a little spoiler alert. The T-shirt and the tie-dye that I'm wearing right now is definitely one of the ideas that I will mention, especially in the case of the Seattle Sounders. But we start off with the team that has the first third kit in MLS, and that, of course, is Atlanta United. Now, Atlanta United has done a lot of different jerseys throughout the year, and the last third kit that they have was definitely a heavy inspiration toward or the tribute of all those dirty South rap and the hip hop kind of culture that is going on in Atlanta. Though I didn't really like the jerseys that Adidas decided to release to pay as a tribute. But I think for the next third kit that Atlanta needs to have, it has to be a railroad kind of theme. I'm very surprised that Atlanta has not had a railroad kind of theme their jerseys. In fact, I feel like they should at least put the spike on as a pattern or on their jerseys itself, because one of the tradition of Atlanta United is that before the beginning of the game you always have a celebrity or well-known kind of person now hammer the 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 nail, and then basically do the ATL kind of chant as they were hammered down the nail. And I feel like that should be implemented in the jersey itself. And you notice in terms of some of the traditions and that I'll mention with each of these MLS teams, that's going to be a key theme of some of the third kit idea that I come up with some of these teams. But yeah, for Atlanta, I'm kind of surprised they haven't had a railroad kind of theme, and especially with the way that the goal horn that they have is literally a horn of a train. So yeah, it would make sense for Atlanta United to eventually have a railroad jersey, and especially a third kit that is a railroad themed kind of jersey. Now, for Austin FC, I would say it's got to be the music theme of Austin as a tribute in terms of the third kit that they had. So Austin is a city that has known for its music, even though I know it's more known for a lot of Californians decided to move there and make the city really expensive and kind of making a Silicon Valley or a Texas version of a Silicon Valley. But instead of maybe paying tribute to that, I feel like they should pay tribute to the music scene. I mean, the music scene in Austin is still very strong, and that I think that would be a good idea for them to come up with their first third kit. For Charlotte FC, so Charlotte has done some interesting jerseys lately. I would have said that they could have gone with a purple crown jersey, but they just did that recently. So instead, I would say that they should do a third kit that is NASCAR themed. So NASCAR is definitely a big thing in Charlotte. I mean, the NASCAR Hall of Fame is based in Charlotte, and a lot of NASCAR team is based in Charlotte. So what a way to pay tribute to that by having kind of a NASCAR kind of theme to it. And NASCAR always have some very interesting kind of paint scheme on their cars, and I feel like they could do the same thing for Charlotte. Another thing I could also say that Charlotte could do, maybe make another mint jersey, because they are some of their supporters is known as the mint collectible, and that I feel like they could also make another mint jersey, kind of something similar to what Austin did with their away I think last year that they have, that kind of has that mint color. For the Chicago Fire, I would say that maybe the 1998 kit, the one that won them the only MLS Cup and still the only team to win MLS Cup in their expansion season, and they done that kind of variation of that jerseys before, and I really like it. I really feel like they should bring it back. Another one that they could also do, maybe they can do kind of a lake shore kind of theme third kit because Chicago is on the lake shore. You can do something like a blue kind of jersey, kind of with some weight, maybe as a third kit that they could be wearing in the future. Or why not just make a third kit that is very similar to like a fire man, where kind of like a black and yellow kind of thing, because that's for most firemen, they wear that as their suit. So there's definitely some interesting ideas that Chicago could use as their third kit. For FC Cincinnati, it's got to be the Skyline Chili kit. I really hope that eventually they make a Skyline Chili kit, because Skyline Chili is definitely a big thing in Cincinnati, and that I know Cincinnati has done some interesting color. I also won't be surprised Cincinnati might go with a purple jersey, because Cincinnati, knowing the fact that they have the lion with the crown. Anything to do with royalty, I think a team could go with a purple jersey. But the Skyline Chili kit, I would love to see Cincinnati maybe think about that as a potential third kit, because Skyline Chili is definitely a big thing, and is one thing that you will immediately know that, yeah, that's Cincinnati for sure. The Colorado Rapids. So the Colorado Rapids is kind of interesting. I mean, I think they could also go back to another green kit that they had. The one that they did before, which is kind of a topography kind of green kit. I mean, I didn't really like that one. I feel like that one was a little but underwhelming, even though that's kind of paid tribute to their old green kit that they used to have. And the topography, of course, is a homage to the Rocky Mountain in in Colorado, and at least in the western part of Colorado, that is. But I feel like for the Rapids, what they could do, they can also, as I mentioned, with them doing a green jersey, they can also do something similar to what the Rockies did with their City Connect jersey. I really like the City Connect jersey that the Colorado Rockies, of course, did. So I feel like the Rapids could do something similar to that, to at least have more mountains as their third kit. But the one third kit that I feel like the Colorado Rapids needs to do, it's got to be a tribute to their flag, because the Colorado flag is, in my opinion, probably the best flag in the country. And we even see the Colorado Avalanche had a similar kind of variant of the Colorado state flag on their jerseys, and I feel like the Rapids should do the same thing, because they are one of the two MLS team that is named after a state. And if that, of course, is the case, you gotta pay a tribute to your state flag. And while Minnesota, obviously, I'll get to talk about Minnesota in terms of how they can potentially pay homage to their state flag, because Minnesota is also getting a new state flag in the future. Well, actually, not in the future. They're actually getting a new state flag as we speak. For Colorado, they have had their state flag for a long time, and it's one of the most iconic state flag in the country. And I feel like that would be a perfect way for them to pay tribute to it. The Columbus Crew, I want them to bring back the checkerboard kit, and I know the old logo is no longer there, but still, I do like the checkerboard pattern that the Columbus Crew has had. I think they did something similar to that before, but it's only like kind of on the side of the jersey. I feel like they could do something similar to what the New York Red Bulls did, because the Red Bulls, I think they done like a checkerboard kind of type of jerseys before. And I know Barcelona, of course, did something similar to their jerseys a couple of years ago with a checkerboard kind of pattern. I feel like Columbus should do the same thing. Or maybe they could also go with kind of a construction kind of look of jersey, because Columbus Crew, they're a team that in their old logo, you see a couple of construction dudes on there. So why not make a jersey that kind of has like a construction crew, or a third kit that has like a construction crew kind of vibes as their third kit. For DC United, bring back the 1996 kit. I really want them to bring back that 1996 jerseys, and especially that jersey. I will say that it is going to go down as one of the most iconic MLS jerseys, and especially one of the most iconic retro MLS jerseys that we ever had in league history. And I feel like they should do something similar to that. I mean, we saw the LA Galaxy kind of do something, paying homage to their old kid a couple of years ago, and I think DC should follow the same suit too, because those early DC United team, that was the first dynasty in this league, and this would be a great way for them to pay homage in terms of it. Or maybe they could go with a an eagle kind of type of kid, because knowing it is the state capital, I mean, you can just put a ball eagle on it and as a potential third kid. Now, for FC Dallas, I would say that they can make another Dallas Burn kind of jerseys, but this time it's going to be red. I mean, they did kind of pay homage to the Dallas Burn last year with their away kit, but I felt like that was kind of a little bit underwhelming. I feel like if they are going to make it their third kit, it's got to be something similar to the Dallas Burn jersey, the red jerseys they had, and also you have to have the horse breathing fire as part of that, because yeah, that logo is very underrated. I mean, we talked about some iconic logo in MLS before. That's one of the more underrated one, and the one that is very underappreciated. I really enjoy that logo with the horse breathing fire out there, and that of course is the old Dallas Burn logo. Now, for the Houston Dynamo, I would say they could go with a space theme kind of logo. So Houston has done a couple of different logo in or well, not logo, but different jerseys before. I mean, I would have easily said they could do a Bayou kind of type of jersey, but they already did that before with a black kind of Bayou theme jerseys a couple of years ago, and that I feel like for them, knowing that Houston is known as kind of the space city, they should do something similar to that. Maybe kind of like an astronaut kind of theme as a third kit for their jerseys, or maybe do something similar to what the Houston Astros did with their City Connect jersey, because the Houston Astros City Connect jersey, I think that one was pretty cool itself, and also knowing that the color are also very similar to the Dynamo itself, I think they could easily go with that as a potential idea for their third kit. For Sporting KC, bring back the Wizard. Bring back the Rainbow kit that I've seen in the 90s and even into the early 2000s. So you talk about some of the most iconic retro jerseys in MLS. The Wiz Rainbow jersey is definitely going to go down as one of the more iconic one, and I feel like they need to bring that back. And I'm kind of shocked the fact that Sporting KC has not even think about bringing that back as a potential third kid, and that, yeah, just like what I said about DC, and also in some way what we have seen with what the Galaxy have done, pay tribute to their old home kit. I feel like for Sporting KC they could do the same thing for their third kit. Bring back the rainbow kit that everybody know as one of the most iconic retro jersey in MLS. Speaking of the LA Galaxy, so for the Galaxy, I could have easily said they could do another tribute to their old green and yellow kit that they have, but I feel like the last one that they did, the away kit that they released last year, was really truly the homage that they pay to the old green and yellow jerseys that they usually wear. So instead, I feel like for the Galaxy, what they could do, they could do another space theme kind of jersey similar to what we see with the Houston Dynamo, because Galaxy has something to do with space, so they could definitely do a space theme kind of, or maybe do a theme that is similar to their mascot, God Cosmos, because their mascot is definitely one of the more iconic mascot in the league. So I feel like if there's a way to pay homage to him, they need to make a jerseys that kind of looks like their mascot. Now, LAFC, in terms of their third kid, and no, it's not going to be the Chivas USA kid. I know some people are going to say that LAFC should make a Chivas third kid, because that's pay homage to the fact that, yeah, Chivas USA is definitely it kind of plays a little bit part of why LAFC exists, and obviously we have all the memes about LAFC and the Chivas USA route, especially with some of the fan base that used to be from cheer the team that has now become LAFC fan. But no, instead of releasing a Chivas jersey, I feel like LAFC could go with a Hispanic kind of tribute jerseys. I mean, they kind of done something similar to that with the art deco style that they had about a year or two ago, and I feel like they could do something similar to that and maybe have kind of like a Hispanic kind of tie because the big part of the LAFC fan base does have some Hispanic culture and that I also say that they could also make a jersey to pay tribute to the free 252, but they kind of already did that with the smoke jerseys that they did just last year. So yeah, for the third kit, I feel like if they were gonna release one, it probably be something like Hispanic kind of theme for their third kit. Now for Inter Miami, no, it's not the Barcelona jersey. I know a lot of people is gonna say, well, the easiest way for Inter Miami to create their third kit is just basically they do a Barcelona jerseys because right now Inter Miami is on their quest to trying to rebuild the 2015 Barcelona team. But no, instead it's pretty easy what Inter Miami need to do with their third kit. They gotta do a Miami Vice theme. I feel like if there is one color that Inter Miami needs to do for their third kit, it's got to be a teal or turquoise kind of color, similar to what the Miami Dolphins, of course, are wearing. Because we know that Miami has already had the pink jerseys but I feel like the other main color from the Miami Vice state is definitely the turquoise kind of color. So I feel like that's gonna be something that they definitely will do. They could also do a palm tree kind of kit. I mean, I know they sort of did that before with the La Noche kit that they did a couple of years ago, but I didn't like that one because it was all black. You can barely see like the palm tree on the jerseys whatsoever. I feel like they if they were going to go with another palm tree kind of theme kit for the third kit, it's got to be more visible than the La Noche kit that they did just before. Now, for Minnesota United, I already mentioned this a little bit in yesterday News of the Week episode when I talk about the third kit of my favorite team. They could do the NSC Stars kit and can pay tribute to that team that won the NASL title back in 2011. They could also pay tribute to the new state flag that they had, which the new state flag is it has like a big north star on the left side and have different uh colors that actually match exactly the color that Minnesota United wear. I mean, the Minnesota United, of course, their primary color is black and blue, and the new state flag definitely has that blue in it. That Minnesota could use that as an inspiration for their third kit. But mostly, I think they need to do a jersey that is solely has the North Star on it. And I know, when we look at Minnesota and their in terms of their logo and the North Star there, we saw that that being put in some of the jerseys before. I think the all black jerseys that they wear and the one that I still have, there actually is a North Star at the back of the logo instead of the logo of a loon. But yeah, that could be a great third kit idea. I mean, I even said that they could also go with another wing kit like they did a couple years ago. But overall, I think the best idea for them to do a third kit, just go with a North Star kind of theme of kit. For CF Montreal, I would say that they need to bring back that blue and black kind of kit that they had a couple years ago. That was the one that they wear even during the days when they were in the USL League in the 90s, and I feel like they need to bring that back as their third kit. The other thing that they could also go with a third kit is a potential bell kit that they could wear because one of the tradition of CF Montreal is the fact that every time they score a goal, you can hear the bell ringing in the background. So why not have a good way to pay tribute to that by making a bell kit or something similar to that as a third kit. Now, for Nashville SC, I actually wrote Nashville FC. See there, that's actually wrong. They're not known as Nashville Football Club, but actually it's called Nashville Soccer Club. So let me change that real quick. But yeah, for Nashville SC, I would say that they got to go with a guitar theme kit, and I know with their first jerseys that they have on the side of it, you can kind of see the string of the guitar on their kit, or was that maybe the sound waves that I was seeing from their first jerseys that they ever had. But I feel like they could go with a guitar theme jersey, and again, no, I would say that this pays to the tribute to the guitar riff that they have every single home game before the ball is kicked off. There's always a guitar riff that is happening. So what a way to pay tribute to that by having a guitar theme kind of third kit that Nashville could potentially have. Now, for New England, I would say that they could potentially have a musket slash cannon jersey as their third kit, something similar to what I think the Columbus Blue Jacket did. They had like the cannon as one of their jerseys, and I think that was also kind of like their alternative and third kit that the Columbus Blue Jacket has. And I feel like New England should have something similar to that because knowing that the Revolution, again, this goes back to some of the some of the tradition of New England. Whenever they score a goal, the musket is sound off. So I feel like they could do something similar to that, or they could potentially do a third kit that is something very similar to what we see a lot of the the Patriots and all those American Revolution soldiers wear as a potential third kit idea. But now we go to the New York Red Bulls, and for the Red Bulls, it's pretty easy. They got to bring back the Metro Star Kid, and the Metro Star Kid, as I mentioned, some of the most iconic jerseys and some of the most iconic retro jersey. The Metro Star retro jerseys is definitely among the most iconic one. The black and red stripe, I think that would perfectly suit the New York Red Bulls. Even though I can guarantee it's gonna be meme to hell, especially if the Red Bulls fail to win a playoff off game or even once again suffer playoff fatality as they've done pretty much in their entire franchise history. But still, I would love them to bring the the Metro Star kit and use that as a third kit. And again, something similar to what I said already about Sporting KC and DC United and even FC Dallas bring back some of their retro kit as a third kit. Now, for NYCFC, so NYCFC recently had a third kit. It's that green kind of third kit, which pay a homage to the parks around New York City, and maybe even pay a huge homage in terms of Central Park that is in Manhattan. But I feel like for NYCFC, there's definitely different ideas that they could still play in. They could definitely go with a theme where they can have like the Statue of Liberty or even the color of the Statue of Liberty as a potential third kit. They could also go with a subway theme, kind of third kit, and they kind of did something similar to that. I think last year when they had the blue jerseys that has like the tiles that kind of looks like the subway theme kind of tile, but I feel like they could do another one similar to that. And no, they're not gonna do a third kit that is gonna be a pinstripe third kit. I know some people will say it will make perfect sense if NYCFC decided to do a pinstripe third kit similar to what the Yankees does, but no, I don't think that's gonna be a good idea because like I said about Inter Miami and decide to do a Barcelona third kit or LAFC decide to do a Chivas third kit. Imagine if NYCFC does a Yankees pinstripe third kit. That's gonna be meme to hell to a point where I think that's just too good and just one that I think is not gonna be received well for NYCFC fans because they know pretty much every fan base is gonna meme the hell out of that jersey because yeah, it's kind of fitting that NYCFC would have a pinstripe jersey when they're basically playing at the home of the New York Yankees. For Orlando City, it's gonna be a Disney theme kind of third kit. I'm kind of surprised Orlando City has not gone with a Disney theme third kit, and I know obviously that could potentially be meme as hell because some people think Orlando City is always a Mickey Mouse kind of club, mainly because of the president of Disney in the Orlando area. But I still feel like they could do something similar to that. I feel like that would be a perfect way for Orlando City to release a third kind of Disney kind of theme. Now, depend if you ask me what kind of Disney theme that they have, I have no idea. They could go all different kind of Disney theme for their third kid, but overall, I feel like if there's a perfect way to pay homage to Orlando City, it's got to be a Disney theme kind of kid, and I'm surprised they still have not create something similar to that even in their home or away jersey. Now, the Philadelphia Union, I would say another wacky color kit. I mean, the Union has always created some really wacky kind of away jerseys as we've seen in the last two, and I feel like if they're gonna create a third kit, it's gonna be a wacky kind of kit again, and definitely a jerseys that their supporter group, the Sons of Ben's, is going to create again. So yeah, I feel like the third kit that the Union is gonna create, it's gonna be wacky. It's gonna be it, at times doesn't make sense, but it's gonna be beautiful, fully uh made in terms of all the wacky color that will be put in a Philadelphia Union third kit. Now, for the Portland Timbers, I could have easily gone with the ideas of them creating a rose kit if they didn't just did that recently before. So instead, I feel like they should do a log theme kit. I feel like they should go with kind of like a brown log theme kit because that just makes perfect sense because this is the Portland Timbers and every time when they score a goal, Timber Joey always chopped all a part of the log, and I feel like that's gonna be something that they should do for the third kit. And I also won't be surprised. That might be an idea for their future jerseys that they might release. Where hey, we done a lot of different kind of interesting ideas for our jerseys. So why not do a log kind of theme, kind of jersey as a third kit? For Real Salt Lake, I would say they got to go with a purple crown kit. So RSL, knowing the fact that they have the Real name and obviously they have the crown in their logo, it's as well. They have to go with a purple. Okay, we already saw Charlotte did that too. We kind of see Orlando City does that too. I feel like Cincinnati might be the next one to have a purple kind of jerseys, as I've already mentioned, with a third kit that they have because they have something that is also related to royalty. But really, for Real Salt Lake, because of its name itself, I do think that eventually they're gonna release a purple kit. Which, again, if that is the case, it could be a third kit, which perfectly pay tribute to the loyal royalty in part of the name of the team. Now, the San Jose Earthquakes, I already mentioned it yesterday. I think they should go with the 1974 kit, that red kit that the Quakes used to wear back in 1974. And again, since they're celebrating their 50th anniversary, that would be a perfect time for them to release that third kit. They kind of did something similar to that, I think, back in 2015, I believe, and I think I still have that jerseys where it's kind of a white away kit, but there's also like red around the the shoulder area, and that's kind of pay tribute to the 1974 jerseys. But I feel like they need to have one that is almost identical to that. And again, this is gonna be their ideas of the third kit is pretty much the same ideas of what I said about Sporting KC and DC United, paying tribute to their old jerseys that they have and use that as a third kit. Now, the Seattle Sounders. So, like I said in the beginning of the video, this little tie dye t-shirt that I wear does have something to do with an idea of a teams that I have in terms of creating their third kit, and I feel like they need to bring back the Orca logo. And at the very least, they could also go with the 1974 kit that they have because they're also so celebrating the 50th anniversary in their franchise history. But if they're not gonna go with that, why not go with this? I really like this. I really like the Orca logo, and I know the Orca logo is gonna be part of the new jerseys that Seattle is going to release for this upcoming season. But I do feel like they should just put the Orca as the main part of it because again, I really like this jersey. This is the one of the reason why I bought this so soon because when I saw that is definitely one that I want to get as kind of a retro look. Now, for St. Louis City, it's got to be a ravioli kid, and specifically a fry ravioli kid. So, as I mentioned about FC Cincinnati, when it comes to like their third kit, they should go with an iconic food that they have. For St. Louis, their iconic food is the fry ravioli. So, I feel like they need to go with a third kit that is similar to that because that would be fun to say like that would be fun to see with the fried ravioli that's been mentioned many times throughout the season that they actually created jerseys that has that theme. I think that would be a good one. They could also do a third kit where they have like the gateway on their jerseys. Although I feel like maybe that would be one that we could potentially see in the future as their main jerseys because that's part of their logo itself. But I won't be surprised they might even go with another gateway arch as their third kit, or even go with a river theme kind of kit because St. Louis is sitting on a river, and I hope I didn't get this wrong, and if I get this wrong, let me know in the comments but below, and I deserve to be slated by saying this if I'm wrong about this. I think it's the Mississippi River that St. Louis is sitting, and not the Missouri River. I might be wrong though, and if I'm wrong, go ahead in the comments below and actually correct me that St. Louis is sitting on the Missouri River and not the Mississippi River that I'm thinking about right now. I mean, surely it's the Mississippi River that they're sitting on, right? But anyway, going to Toronto FC, I would say they could go with a blue maple leaf kit, something similar to what the Toronto Maple Leafs wear, because Toronto FC, their ownership is from the Maple Leafs Sports Entertainment ownership. So I feel like it would make perfect sense for them to go with a third kit that has that maple leaf kind of color. I mean, they already have a maple leaf on their logo itself, or at least part of their logo that is. So I feel like they could do something similar to that, and rather to be red itself, because I don't think they should go with another red jersey for their third kit. You usually never see teams when it comes to their third kit, they don't go with their primary color. So instead, why not go with a blue one, similar to what we see with the maple leaves, and that would be a great homage in terms of an iconic hockey franchise. And then finally, lastly, the Vancouver Whitecaps. So the Vancouver Whitecaps have done some interesting jerseys lately, and that really the one that they done the past couple of years to pay tribute to the 1979 team. That one I feel like could have easily just been a third kit that they released, but instead they used that as a home kit. So instead, I would go even further back in terms of the Vancouver Whitecaps, and I would say why not go with the 1974 Vancouver Whitecaps jersey, which is actually red for people that don't know. And again, this is another team that celebrated their 50th anniversary in their franchise history, so it would make perfect sense of bringing that back and kind of just remind people that, hey, I know the 1979 Vancouver Whitecaps jersey is very iconic, but people have forgot about the original Vancouver Whitecaps jersey with the red and white kind of jerseys, and that would be perfect for them to bring back as their potential third kit. And then lastly, I think a bonus one I would say uh that is the upcoming expansion team, that is San Diego FC. I would say that in terms of their third kit that they create, or even a primary jersey that they're potentially going to create next year, and that's 2025, that is not 2024. They should do a beach theme kind of third kit, because San Diego, it has that beach vibe in it, and that I feel like they could also go with a theme that is very similar to what the San Diego Padres did with their City Connect jersey. I mean, that City Connect jersey that the Padres did, even though I know some people say that it's ugly because of the color it is, and it looks like kind of like a popsicle theme, it definitely does give that kind of beach vibe that San Diego is known for. So why not San Diego FC decide to follow the suit on that? Or they can also go with a Hispanic kind of kit too, because San Diego is right next to the Mexican border, so they can create maybe a Mexican kind of theme jersey as their third kit itself. But one thing for sure is that despite how bad the logo that San Diego decided to go with for their expansion season, I'm really hoping eventually they'll be able to release a good primary and secondary jersey. And then most importantly, if they are going to get a third kit, hopefully they'll follow the idea of maybe making a beach theme kind of third kit as their third kit for the future. But there you have it. That is pretty much it in terms of me spending 35 minutes talking about each team and what their third kit it potentially looks like. Let me know in the comments below what do you think of this video, and let me know in the comments below, most importantly, in terms of what your ideas of some of the third kit that each of these team, or even your team, could go for, knowing that Adidas is going to release more third kit heading in to next season. But yeah, until then, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, make sure you guys leave a like, smash the subscribe button, and yeah, I of course will see you guys next time.